Hey everyone, I wanted to give you a little bit of training on the secrets of the SaaS agency and just what it takes and the different types of structures that you can actually implement to make this work for your business itself. This is, as you may know from my channel, this is one of my favorite models across the board when it comes to marketing. It is absolutely incredible from client acquisition all the way through to fulfillment of that client as well and delivering results for the client too. So I'll take you through a couple of different elements. Now, the key behind the SaaS marketing agency in general is to break even on your client acquisition. Now, this might sound a bit strange, but really what it allows us to do is it allows us to identify buyers in our target market. And not only does this allow us to build up stable monthly recurring revenue, it provides the perfect upsell path. So what we do, if we use a ladder funnel, we can actually bring users in every single day, brand new users on autopilot. You could do this as sales calls approach as well, but really my favorite approach is to use the ladder funnel, bring users in every single day on autopilot using paid advertising. All I'm trying to do, if I charge $97 per month or $197 or whatever that may be, all I'm trying to do is break even every day. Because if I break even that month one, I know my average user is going to stay between usually about 3 to 6 months on average. Obviously, you're going to have users that stick around for a lot longer than that, and we really want to be up towards the 6 to 12 month mark. But as you grow and as the business grows, you're going to get better and better at customer service and getting people using the platform. Because with SaaS and a SaaS agency, if you can keep the user engaged with the platform, they're going to stick around a lot longer. So we need to, as you improve that skill, your retention is going to become better and better. Now, that means if we acquire at a break even, it means that it's pure profit month after month after month, apart from your hard cost of the software, which is something like $497, something ridiculously low. For as many clients as you want to bring in, you could have 1,000 clients and your overhead is still only $497. So if we can acquire customers at a break even and just continually acquire, say 30, 40, 50, 60 per month, you start to build up and up and up really quickly, and it's pure profit on the back end. So as long as we can actually break even on that front end, we're doing really well. And that means paid advertising in your world is a lot easier because you don't have to turn a profit on that initial purchase. You've got a runway of your price point, right? If it's $97, you've got $97 to spend on a prospect before they purchase. If you run paid advertising using the structures that we have, then you're going to do that because it's structured to get conversions for $20, $30, $40, $50. So that might even be profitable in the front end, which is just the holy grail, right? Once we get to a point where it's breaking even, where we know that's our limit and we know we've got to find other avenues like different intro offers to bring that customer into our pipeline. And then scaling from that point onwards, having multiple different paths of entry. But to begin with, we can just run at a direct break even and scale as much as we possibly can because we know that back end profit is going to come in every single month. That's also going to build that base monthly recurring revenue for you, which you don't have to really worry about because your churn is probably going to be between 10 to 20% getting started with. So if you bring in $5,000, you're only going to lose 20% of that max in that first month without having to really do anything, especially with this model, because the fulfillment's basically set up and taken care of for you. So you don't even have to worry about that. Now, there's 3 different options to actually sell this offer yourself. So you've got the direct sell, you've got the sales call approach, and you've got the demo approach. There's a little bit of a difference and a different scenario for each of them, and I'll take you through them. So the direct approach is for the lower ticket monthly recurring revenue, right? You don't need a sales call for this. It acquires an autopilot. So in the middle of the night, you'll have customers purchasing. They'll literally join the platform. They'll be playing around with it. And this happens every single day. You'll be amazed at the amount of purchases that come in during the night when you're sleeping. You have no idea. It just happens on autopilot. And there's no better feeling. Now, this model is a slower scale. It definitely is. But you don't have to be on sales calls, which makes life a lot easier. And it makes your advertising a lot easier with a faster return. That's where we can use the ladder funnel, as mentioned in the last slide, to acquire customers. Now, the price points you're looking at are usually about 97 and capping out at that 197 mark. We don't really want to go beyond that part, that number. If you go beyond 197, that's where you're going to start having to have a sales call and have issues and things like that if you go direct sell, because the money just means that little bit more. And that's what I've found based on my experience. That's the tipping point for it. So Between 97 and 197, the direct sale method is the best. And it works really nicely. You use the ladder funnels. We've got lots of funnels that we use ourselves to bring these customers in. We run paid advertising on Facebook and Google, and it works beautifully. Then you've got the sales call approach, which is more for the higher ticket side of the market. And that's usually for deals at about $1,000 per month, around about there. That's the minimum, I would say. Obviously, you can go higher than that if you want to, when you can tack on additional services. We did a really good offer at one point where it was the platform itself plus lead generation services on LinkedIn. It was at this point in time. So automated LinkedIn lead generation combined with the follow-up systems on the platform. So they got access to that as well. We obviously filtered the leads through an autopilot to their GoHighLevel, and it worked really nicely. So that's the $1,000 per month mark. You would run a direct call booking funnel, so a VSL funnel, and you would run paid advertising. Facebook and Google work really well for this again. And you're looking at, when we did it, we were booking calls. This was only January this year. We were booking calls for about $20 to $28 around about there, which is fantastic, right? And our close rate was really high, and it was incredibly profitable. We hit 10K per month rapidly, literally within 2 weeks. We went from scratch, 0 to 10K per month, testing this model. And that's the reality. So if you're looking for that faster scale, obviously a bit more fulfillment, a bit more customer service required, and of course the ladder funnel won't work quite as well. You have to invest first, so you have to, obviously $20 per phone call is not a lot, but that's not going to happen for everyone. So you've got to be prepared to pay. I've paid $150 per phone call happily because I know it's still going to be profitable, right? And I was doing 3-month minimum terms as well, so I knew I was getting, it was going to be hyper profitable for me, so I could continue to do so. The reality is we have experienced quite consistently $20 to $28 per phone call, but you've got to be prepared for those higher costs as well, those higher times where maybe Black Friday or whatever it may be, where the cost per call is actually going to be a bit higher than normal. So that's the consideration when it comes to the sales call method. Then you've got what we call the demo method, and that's usually like your mid-tier price point, maybe about $497, but $297 to $497 per month. That's where you can have that sales page. You can mention the price on the page, and then you can have them book a demo call. So these are not going to be quite as intense as the sales calls. They're going to be a lot faster closes. They're going to come on already educated. They want to see how it works, and you're going to close one call close really quickly with that method. So you've got a range of different methods as to how you can sell this. They all do work, and I've done every single one of these myself. And I know how they work. It's my preference. If you were to ask me what would I do here, I would go for the direct method simply because it's more hands-free, right? I don't have to, I can scale a lot more hands-off, and I can really build up, and I can run paid advertising without the stress of ad spend all the time because I'm breaking even every day, right? And I can use different intro offers for scale. That's the reality of it. However, if you need cash quick, if you're in a situation where you say, look, I want to hit 10K and I want to get there fast because I need the cash, the sales call approach is going to work best. It's going to work fastest for you. The lower ticket monthly recurring revenue builds up like a snowball, right? But the higher ticket, that's going to provide you that fast cash flow, and you're going to have deals closing. But you've got to be ready to work. We were doing something like 60 phone calls per week with those offers. It's fast. People want it. You've got to be ready for it. And you've got to have your onboarding system like refined, really, really like a fine-tooth comb. You've got to have it really refined, which we'll come on to. So that's your different ways to actually sell this service itself. Now, the secret of retention. So arguably the most boring subjects when it comes to the SaaS agency, but to be honest with you, it's probably my favorite topic because it's so important. This will build your business. This will build the foundation. This will build those months, 12 months down the line where you still have users paying you that you haven't really engaged or really worked with for like 6 to 9 months. You haven't even heard from them because they're just in the background retaining as a customer using the platform. The prospect builds trust very quickly. A solid onboarding process is absolutely essential for this. Now, the reason we take time to onboard the customers is because of the stickiness, right? With SaaS, the more we can get the user using the platform, the more they stick around. Obviously, it's a bit common sense there, right? But don't overlook this. If we can get them to engage initially and actually use that platform, they're going to stick around. So we actually take the time to onboard them, and here's the kicker, right? We take the time to get their leads uploaded onto the platform. Now, the reason we do this is because it's almost like building their asset on the platform. It's almost like taking all their leads, all that hard work, getting them uploaded to the platform and getting them in the flows. Because if the customers are going through flows initially, that continues on. So they're going to stick around because the customers exit the flow, right? They're not being worked anymore. And when I say flows, I'm talking about the database reactivation flows that you have where you're just working existing lead lists. You can take their existing lists, upload them to the platform for them or show them how to do it, get that done initially on that onboarding call, get them launched in a sequence, go that extra mile, get them launched in the sequence because they're going to stick around. Once those users are in that sequence, they're going nowhere and you've retained the customer at that point. So that's why we do this. We'll also help them launch because I want a time and asset investment into the platform. If someone has invested time setting it all up, going through the motions, they're not just going to quit after month one, right? They're going to stick around. Retention is everything in this game. Everything. It's easy to bring in clients. You need to retain them for the long term. That's what's going to build your business because it snowballs up from there. The MRR kicks in for your business every single month. That user, just because you've worked with them month one, they're going to still be paying you month 8, and you're not going to have to really work too much with them, right? That's the beauty. So the time you put in at the onboarding process to get them over that hurdle, that first hurdle where they're a bit nervous maybe, or they're not too sure what's going on. There's a lot of buttons on the new platform. Take the time to really get them comfortable with it, and it's going to make a big, big difference to your user retention. Now, customer experience in SaaS takes you to that next level. It's absolutely vital. And the good news is you can operate an incredible customer experience without having to hire yourself. There is an extension on the GoHighLevel platform called HL Pro Tools, right? So it's an external company, but they integrate into the platform. And what they allow you to do is access their knowledge bank, so their walkthroughs, their training for all of your users. So your user logs into the platform, and rather than you recording all these walkthroughs and how-to videos, you get instant access to their entire database. Every single function in GoHighLevel is actually taken care of. It's actually, built out onto the platform, a complete screen share, how it's all done, how you upload your leads, how do you set up the phone system, how do you set up the emails, how do you launch your campaign. It's quite granular as well. So any customer support, the user can actually go in and figure out how to do it really easily. That's a beautiful, beautiful aspect because that saves you an incredible amount of time. Now, all that happens is they put a little extension on your platform, on your portal, where there's a secondary question mark, a little help icon. The user just has to click that help icon and they've got access to this entire database of training. Now, the second aspect is they'll also give you a live chat function with their reps who white label as your company. So you can literally operate like a 7-figure company with a live chat team on your back end that says your brand name, that acts and operate as your business, and they're very good at it as well, helping your customers and keeping them around, retaining them at this point in time. That stops that barrier to entry, right? You want to provide exceptional customer service in this space. You really want to do that. It's going to help you massively. It's going to set you apart. And the biggest barrier to entry is, of course, always the cost of doing so, right? Setting that whole team up. This allows you to do that. It takes the pain away because it's instant. They're on your account. There's a little live chat function. They can talk. They can submit tickets if they want to. They can get direct help with their accounts without you having to do anything. So you have all this customer support like a 7-figure business without even being close to that, but you can act as you mean to become. So this means your customers are going to have an incredible experience. It's actually better than GoHighLevel itself. They have an incredible experience and they're going to stick around, and it's going to build the infrastructure and the foundation of your business. So this is what goes into the customer experience, right? You've got the platform, it's pre-set up. It's ready to go. Then you've got the customer service, then you've got the training portals. Everything is already there. So when you bring a client in, you don't have to worry about fulfillment, especially for the initial SaaS product. It's already taken care of. And it works incredibly well. It's the perfect offer to build that foundation, the foundations of the house of your business. It's the perfect offer to do so. Now, when it comes to getting to that 30K per month mark pretty quickly, right? There's a couple of different things we can do. Now, these customers are going to be coming into your platform and they're going to be, paying you. And the reality is you don't have to fulfill on that really. It's already set up. So they're going to basically pay you money, swipe the credit cards, and get the experience they were expecting, because this is a company that's had 60 million of funding. They know what they're doing in this space. So it's already done. It's already taken care of. It's a refined platform, and it reflects well on your business because it looks like your platform. That's the difference. So you are set up for success from day one. They've got a positive feeling from you. They like the experience. You've got the training portal. You've got the customer service, everything they need on the platform. They're going to trust you. Now it's time to look at the upsells. So one really, really strong method of upselling I used was a lead ordering process. So on GoHighLevel, you can actually build, if you're in the SaaS plan, you can actually build pages on your menu and funnel systems. What I did was I built funnel systems where they just click a button that said order your leads. And this was within the insurance space. And what I did was it gave them the ability to pick a volume of leads. It showed them the cost per lead, select their volume, 50, 100, 2,000, whatever the volume was. And of course, it had incentive-based pricing. And it allowed them to order more leads within the platform itself. So not only could they nurture their existing leads, they could also order more leads whenever they wanted. This is a really automated process. Now, one really important aspect here is when you are running a process like this, when it comes to lead ordering, the secret's in retention, right? I want that user using that platform. So what do I do? Well, the first thing I do is as an incentive and a bonus for setting up to the platform, I give them 100 free leads. It doesn't cost me much, cost me something like $30. It works into my profit margin. I don't really care. And I can give them leads because then they've got something tangible to play with, right? They've got the hope there. They've got, okay, I've got all these leads. I can run them through this platform, this system. I'm going to start using this right now. I'm not going to wait around. There's nothing stopping me here. And I get them using the platform really quickly. So I'm building that engagement from day one, which means they're going to stick around with me. They're going to be there, right? That's the difference in what we're doing here. We've got these little techniques that we use to get the users to engage with the platform and then get them retaining from that onwards. And of course, if they have the lead nurture system, plus they have a system of getting more leads, they're in the perfect place. And obviously we did it at a really good rate. It was a really good price for them. And it worked beautifully as well. Everybody was ordering. And it's additional, it's autopilot upsells for you, right? They're going to order whenever they need new leads. They just order whenever they want them. It just happens on autopilot. They submit the order. The leads are purchased on their behalf, sent into their account automatically, and they've just upgraded, and I've made additional revenue and profit from there. Then you've got the GoHighLevel marketplace. So this is for SaaS users, and you have the marketplace on your admin account, so you will see the marketplace, and it's got lots of additional services that you can offer and white label for your clients. They can't see this, right? So you're going to have almost like a wholesale price for, say, Facebook advertising, or it was Google Ads, or it was creative work or web design, whatever it may be. You've got a wholesale price. And what you can do is you can actually work with your customers and you can build your own page, just like the lead ordering. You can build a marketplace of your own where your customers can order different services from you at a set price. You obviously then order from GoHighLevel and white label the service. So you have this portal where you can offer all these different services white labeled and then set your own price and your own profit margin for them, which is incredible, right? So all these customers are coming in, you're using the funnels, you're using them to bring a high volume of customers in. Then a couple of them start ordering Facebook ads for $1,000 a month, right? Your cost, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but say your cost was $500 per month. You get that $500 profit margin every single month for not really doing anything because you're just white labeling the service. But only you can see the marketplace that GoHighLevel have because it's wholesale prices for the SaaS users. That's the beauty. Then there's something on the platform, another extension, something similar to HO Pro Tools where you can build it into the platform. It's called UpHex. And it's relatively new and you can provide built-in Facebook ad campaigns for your users as an additional incentive. So what that means is, let's say you work in the real estate space, right? And you've got all these customers and you want a proven ad campaign. You don't want to be working with them personally, right? Because you don't like the fulfillment, let's say. What you can do is you can have a built-in Facebook ads campaign pre-set up for them using UpHex. And they can run the Facebook ads with this proven campaign within their own account, right? So you can charge $497 a month for this, an additional fee. Say it was like $297 your base price, $497 if you want to run Facebook ads with it on top. this additional offering without actually having to do anything, right? It's all within the platform. They can run these campaigns within their platform. So you can offer Facebook ads within GoHighLevel, and it's all this one central place. And they get a proven campaign as well that has been proven to work before without the cost of a $2,000 per month agency, right? So a lot of different anchor points where you can bump that average order value up and up and up. And it's so powerful. It's incredibly powerful. Then we've got funnel builds. So there's a really good example of software out there where, having looked around, and it's not the obvious software. It's a little bit different. This one, it's more for the sales environment rather than marketers. And what they would do is they had a software for building funnels, right? And what they would do is they would sell a funnel build on the platform for a really low cost, relatively low cost, a couple of $100 with the subscription. And what that would mean is that person they might make a little bit of money on the platform. Sure, they might make a little bit of money on the funnel build, let's say maybe 50% profit margin or something like that. But they don't really care about that, because what they're doing is they're building the asset. That customer's paying them $500 for a funnel, their own funnel, which is hosted on the software that they must keep active, right? So they're basically invested further onto that platform, and they're going to keep paying you month after month after month. This is a fantastic way of getting upsells, absolutely, but also building that monthly recurring revenue into it. It's incredible. And that's how you get to 30K rapidly, using these different paths, these different tools. Now, when it comes to the structure, the service stack allows you to drive users onto the platform without the stress of constantly delivering on fulfillment. You're going to build your warm audience with users on the platform that you have, and you have an internal warm list because they trust you, right? And you can just dip into this list when you need new business. That's the reality. You send one email and you can have new agency clients all the time. And you can also run paid advertising, which is my favorite aspect of this model. With this SaaS structure, you can use the ladder funnels. You're not going to have that barrier to entry because you can break even on the ad spend every single day. And you don't really care what you're spending because it breaks even immediately, right? And you can continue running the paid ads without any issues. Those are the two secrets, right? Build on that warm audience, because that's going to set you up, and then running paid advertising without the risk, without the concern. That's why this model is so powerful. And it's going to help you scale a lot faster. This was going to help you set yourself apart. Monthly recurring revenue and access to a better level of clients who actually appreciate your work. As I said, you're going to have warm leads. The software buyers, the people that come in and actually buy the software, are warm leads, and you can dip into them whenever you want to, whenever you need to. You're also going to get access to better clients. They're often higher quality, and they retain far longer because they trust you. They've experienced working with you. They receive what they've paid for, and they stick around a lot longer. Your business is also ready for scale because you have the fulfillment taken care of, right? You've got all the upsell paths immediately inside your portal and the platform. You've got a platform that has, it's proven, it delivers, it allows you to really stack a lot of users onto it without any worries about, is this too many for me? Can I handle that amount of users? Because they can. They've had, I think it was 6 to 8 million maybe in funding. It's pretty established, and it's something you can trust. Right, so your platform's ready for scale. It delivers on what it says it's going to deliver. It has all the integrations for the upsells, and it allows you to really provide that next level service without having to worry about it. It is the perfect foundation of your agency, and that's why I truly believe that this, from a client acquisition standpoint, all the way through to fulfillment standpoint, gives you the tools that you need to actually perform and set your business up for success. That's the secrets of the SaaS Marketing Agency, and it's something that I hope you do look to implement because it is so powerful, and I'm really passionate about it as well. I really, really believe this is a great solution for people simply because it takes the pressure of that fulfillment away, it takes the volatility, and allows you to build that nice foundation of steady monthly recurring revenue into your business. Make sure if you want more of this content, you subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a lot more about the SaaS Marketing Agency. I'll be posting a lot more about lead generation and marketing in general. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.